What's going on, guys? We have a lot to cover today. This is honestly one of the craziest moments of gaming I think that I've ever witnessed in my entire life being a gamer. I mean, I've played video games and I've been following game journalism and stuff like that for the past 20-ish years of my life. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. I don't think ever. And this is with GTA 6. So this is one of the most craziest games to actually have all of this stuff going on around. But there is a lot that I want to talk about, like I said. And I'm going to kind of give you guys a warning when we get into leaker territory. But at first, I want to cover everything that's going on with Rockstar. I want to actually talk about my own theories that I have about all this. And I'm really curious to hear what people think, because it may be a little wild. And I think that some of the Rockstar haters are going to love this one. But this is not in any way me hating on Rockstar or anything like that. This is just a critique, and this is just my own views about the whole situation. So first, let's get started with Rockstar and kind of talk about what's been going on over at Rockstar. You know, we have Jason Schreier, who kind of made a whole video going over everything that's been happening at Rockstar. He actually got in contact because he works for Bloomberg, and he kind of worked with Rockstar to kind of figure out how things are going there. Not like work with them, but he talked to a lot of them. Obviously, things are looking really bad. And one of the most messed up things about this whole situation is that Rockstar forced their employees to go back to work instead of doing remote back in 2022 because of the leaks that happened. So the irony about all this is that Rockstar wanted their employees to return and then do crunch and work their asses off. And also, this is all just for the sake of avoiding leaks. And now all of that was literally for nothing. And also, another aspect of them trying to avoid leaks was with the discs. So the reason that we don't even have discs, and a big part of that, was because they want to avoid leaks. And obviously this has no impact on that at all, because GTA 6 has suffered one of the biggest gaming leaks in history despite all of that. So this all just looks really bad for Rockstar, and it just kind of shows that they're a corporation that only cares about their employees working their hardest that they possibly can, and they'll use whatever justification they need in order to justify that happening. And I don't know how I feel about that. I have my own theories, and we're going to get into that very soon. But I also want to clear up a lot of misinformation. There's actually a lot of misinformation going on right now regarding the leaks, and I want to tackle that really quick, okay? So I know that a lot of you have heard that there's this dead man switch thing, and how these hackers are threatening to leak the whole game and have builds of the game everywhere, and then people are going to have access to it. I wanted to make a video on this covering it yesterday, but I'm actually glad I didn't, because today it came out that it's all fake. So all of those leaks that were being threatened to come out in terms of if Rockstar would catch the hacker, that's all been debunked. That is not going to happen. These builds of the game that the hackers have, they're not going to give it out. And there is no dead man switch thing where it's like if they get caught, these builds are going to go out. So I just want to kind of let you guys know that all of that was misinformation. I'm glad I didn't cover that, because a lot of people did. And now everybody's making a video kind of saying that, oh, that wasn't true, this and that. So that's not going to happen. There aren't these leaks that are going to go public if they get caught. But the question is, will CyberLeaks ever get caught? We don't know. And I honestly don't think they might even, because I'll give you my reasoning. When the 2022 leaks happened, the guy that leaked it was just some kid with autism who was able to, you know, some way, somehow get some kind of developer footage from the game. But these leaks are an organized effort. It's almost like an anonymous kind of group. They're very dedicated, and they're very good hackers, and they're operating on a very different level entirely. They're using blockchain to encrypt everything that they are doing, and it seems that they are really efficient. I mean, it's been how many days now? How many leaks have we gotten? And Rockstar still has not found them. And to be quite honest with you guys, my own theory is that I think this is going to keep going until the extended reveal. Hell, this might even go on for longer, but my guess is that it's going to go right up until the extended reveal, because these guys mean business. And now we're actually seeing how Rockstar deals with the actual hackers, because I don't believe the 2022 leaks were an example of an actual hacker. And now we are seeing that. So this is an insane situation overall. Okay, now here is where I want to talk about my own theory, okay? This is my own theory about why this is all happening, and if it could have been avoided, and what I would have done if I was Rockstar. Now, obviously, I'm not Rockstar, no one is, No one really knows why they do the things they do. We can only assume, and I've had my own assumptions. I've made videos on it before about why the marketing is so bad. In my opinion, it was because they wanted to maximize people's attention span and kind of give a big bang release. They didn't want to stretch it out. They wanted to condense it into literally 2.5 months into this big bang marketing campaign in order to get the hype super high right before the launch of the game. But honestly, I think that was a terrible idea. I also could confidently say that Rockstar has never done this before. They have never picked that kind of marketing strategy. And the only reason they chose that is because it's GTA 6 and it's one of the biggest games ever. So they knew that they can kind of do whatever they want and get away with it. And this is where the problem begins, okay? This is where the problem begins. And I've talked about this a lot, but I really want to make a video expressing and just getting this all out there and seeing what everybody thinks of my opinions, okay? This is the problem. Because it's GTA 6, they had the mentality that, okay, we're going to do something different because we could and we can get away with it, and it's still going to be the biggest game of all time. So we can kind of mix it up and have fun and kind of do something very unique that we think would work, and get people's attention span. The biggest problem with all of that is that all of the silence that's left in the gap has cultivated so much negativity and hate around Rockstar. And now, like, this is just a big ass mess. I can't even get into this, but let me explain it further. Because we had all this time, because they didn't say anything for so long, most people are not thinking, oh, they're Rockstar, they're cooking, once they show us it's going to be great. We were kind of there around the 6-month period. A lot of the fans were saying that. But as a creator, as someone who streams daily and gets to see what people are thinking daily about GTA 6, I literally watched the morale of the community deteriorate month after month, until the point that people would be coming into my stream extremely frustrated. And they're not haters either, they're fans, and they're extremely frustrated, and they're kind of like really upset, and they feel let down, they feel betrayed by Rockstar. And that's the kind of energy that's been cultivating for all of this silence that's been happening. Then you take into account the no discs, then the no discs thing happens. So boom, that's another heavy blow. Now there's even more negativity around GTA 6. Now there's even more people that are hating. Now boom, you have another thing that happened with the Netflix event. Now people are saying that the event is locked behind a paywall, even though it's not locked behind a paywall because you could still see it a couple of hours later. But it's the sentiment, it's the sentiment that they're doing something again that is locked behind some kind of membership where, I don't even think you could stream it. To this day, by the way, I don't even know. Maybe we're going to find out next week. But I don't even know if I could stream the Netflix event. I don't even think I can. I don't think none of us can. I think we got to wait until it's online. So I'm going to be streaming my reaction. I'm not even going to be streaming the actual gameplay. So there is some kind of paywall. There is some type of barrier that you can't directly see the footage. Maybe, by the way, that's all going to change. Maybe now, because of the leaks, now that's all going to change. And maybe they're going to say, hey, you guys could stream the event on Netflix, right? I don't know. I still don't know, because they're not talking to us, because Rockstar still hasn't made any official statements, which is bonkers. That's besides the fact. So now you have all of this negativity. You have all of this, like, GTA 6 is supposed to be the biggest game of all time. It's supposed to be this amazing thing that people are super excited for. But instead, it's just been cultivating more and more negativity. And now it's got to the point with the leaks. Now it's just like a boom, explosion of negativity. Now people are clowning on Rockstar. People are happy. Most people are really happy about the leaks. I don't care. Personally, like, I want to play GTA 6, but I have very little love for Rockstar and for what kind of company they've become these days. And I have no sympathy for billion-dollar corporations. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're making my favorite game or not. They are still a greedy piece of shit, just like all of them are. And the way that they've been moving is very disrespectful for all of us as consumers. Now, if I was Rockstar, I would have also done things a little differently, right? But in the total opposite direction. Instead of making us wait so long, right, I would have given gameplay at 6 months instead of giving a trailer 3, in order to get people excited and to really reassure everyone that what's being worked on is amazing, and it's really something that people could have faith in and be like, okay, this game is great. That way, everything else Rockstar would have done after would have been swept under the rug. I mean, sure, people will be upset, but most people, they would actually be confident in Rockstar, because they're like, all right, we already saw the gameplay. The gameplay looks fantastic. The gameplay looks fantastic. We're excited. We can't wait to play the game. and oh, then it's no discs, all that kind of sucks. Oh, you know, it's a Netflix event, all that, you know, whatever. It would have been good morale for the community if they had done this. And also, none of these hacks and leaks would matter if we had already seen gameplay, or hell, fuck gameplay. If we had just seen trailer 3, if we got trailer 3 that showed some gameplay, some, you know, some trailer stuff, like trailer 2, how some of it was gameplay, I still think that that would have been a lot of damage control, because people would have been like, all right, well, at least they showed us the game. At least we see what the game looks like. But no, Rockstar knows best. They want to do what they think is right. They want to jerk us off until the last minute, you know, until the last minute. And boom, now they have all these leaks. And these leaks, all, you know, the reason they're so powerful is because of Rockstar's incompetence, because of Rockstar's hubris. You know what I'm saying? It's because of that shit. And honestly, this kind of gets me mad, because I was thinking a lot about this, and I'm like, you know, these things, they could have been avoided. Hypothetically, all of these leaks and stuff, they could have been avoided had Rockstar been a little bit more communicative. I don't even know if that's a word, with the goddamn community, you know. But instead, you know, they want to do their bullshit, and they play stupid games, they win stupid prizes. I don't know what else to say, honestly. But that's my opinion about it. I know that some of you may disagree, but I want to know down in the comments what you guys think about my opinions. Now, really quickly, at the end of the video, I don't even give a fuck about these leaks, but you know what? For all of you that really want to avoid it, you know, don't look in the comments. Obviously, people are going to be talking about leaks. And if you want to avoid it, this is the part of the video where you should get out, because I'm going to talk about the leaks very quickly, just to kind of go over it very briefly. As far as the leaks go, leaks today, I'm so tired of this shit, because like everything I see in the leaks is just shit I want to see in the game. And like, I get to see it, I don't care really, it's just annoying at this point. But yes, we did see the wasted screen, so now we know how the wasted screen looks like. So there's that. We got to see how the city looks at night flying over. Like, all of this means nothing to me, because this isn't how the game is going to look like. But yeah, those are the leaks we saw today. They were not that impressive at all. You know, we saw the wasted screen, so that's something. That's like new information, I guess. It looks all right, whatever. It's a fucking wasted screen. I don't care. Anyways, that's the leak portion of the video, just to get it in there, just to kind of update you guys on that as well. But let me know down in the comments, do you agree with what I say? Do you think I'm being too hard on Rockstar? Do you think maybe this isn't the right mentality, and that this is just unfortunate? Let me know down in the comments below what you think about the new leaks and what you think about what I said. We have a Discord in the description if you guys want a community to hang out in, a great GTA 6 community. We have a lot of stuff in the Discord. I have a workout program in the description as well for you guys if you want to get in shape. I live stream every single day. If you want to come into my live streams, talk to me. We're playing GTA 4. It's a really cool community. I'd love for you guys to hang out with me there. And as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll still see you guys in Vice City despite everything. Peace.